Standard Bank's marketing manager for business banking, Jan Donald, is joining me in studio, and we're going to have a chat all about small businesses in South Africa. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Now, let's kick it off with Think Big. It's something that you are very excited about. Can you tell us what is Think Big and where can we watch it?
Absolutely. So Think Big is a key initiative for Standard Bank. It is a TV series that we have launched on SABC3. It's on a Thursday evening at 9:30 with a repeat on Sunday at 4:30. It's an initiative that we're incredibly excited about, more than anything because it's about building business champions. So what we in essence did is we took 12 entrepreneurs from around the country. We had hundreds and hundreds of entries. We chose 12 top businesses, and through that process, these businesses have actually been given various challenges, all ultimately to win R1 million. And it has been fantastic. The breadth of businesses that we've seen has been phenomenal. The detail and the challenges that we've given these businesses has been absolutely fascinating. And we've seen a huge amount of growth within these businesses. And it's really helped us to get an understanding of how tough it is for a small business owner to really succeed and how much dedication and passion you need as a small business owner.
Quite right. In fact, a lot of the feedback that we get when it comes to people owning small businesses is that it's a lonely experience. You are out there by yourself, really trying to make it work for yourself. Do you get that impression from dealing with these small business owners?
Absolutely, and I think it's a very brave world. To be an entrepreneur is an incredibly brave thing. It's such a huge step to take, and I think another big thing with that brave step is you really have to learn how to be a jack of all trades, but you also have to understand your market so well, which is a huge challenge for small businesses. And I think that just that very brave step of doing something completely on your own, especially in this economy, is so challenging. And if we look at the South African landscape, as Standard Bank, we know that small businesses are really going to be the backbone going forward of our economy. It's where all of our jobs are going to come from. So I think it's so critical that we invest properly within that industry.
Let's speak a little bit more about the South African landscape. Is South Africa a good place to be in to develop a small business, or what sets South Africa apart?
I think South Africa is an interesting place because there are a lot of, there's a lack of certain boundaries. So it's a space where, from a cultural perspective, we can take risks. We have got a culture where people aren't scared to try something new. We don't have as much red tape as a very established economy. And I think that that's fantastic because it means that there is so much more opportunity around every corner. It's just up to us to actually take those steps and really grow.
So if there is a South African budding entrepreneur watching this video, where do they start even?
It's a great question because I think that one of the most challenging things about being an entrepreneur is you've got a great idea. Where do you go? How do you actually take the first step? One of the most critical things that we believe is you need to have a very clear plan. And we've got a tool, BizConnect, which is an online portal, which has got a multitude of different templates and business plans, as well as articles that people can actually read, have a look, get some in-depth insight around how do they take those first steps. And I'd say that that's a very, very good place to start. So the portal is actually called BizConnect, and we update things there constantly to actually help entrepreneurs get the right detail and the right meat so that they can look at starting their businesses. Coupled with that, I think it's about just having a very clear plan and approaching your bank, because your bank really can give you guidance. I mean, we've got a fantastic package for startup businesses that really is completely holistic, that gives you everything. That includes your bank's insurance, it includes an accounting package, because that's often something that people struggle. And the importance of starting your good books and having a business banking account right from inception is critical for your credit rating at a later stage, so that when you get to the point where you need to take a big loan, you've got the right credit rating that is related back to your business.
Well, it's so encouraging to know that you're not at it yourself, that you can approach Standard Bank, say, and be helped from the get-go. So these two products that you've mentioned, I'm sure, are one of many that Standard Bank offers. Could you touch on a few others?
I think the biggest thing is that we really do have a smorgasbord of products as such. So no matter what your needs are, we've got everything across the board. I think the other critical thing is, as a business owner, you just need to be clear about what it is you want to achieve. So obviously we've got a variety of savings and investments products, and it's also important to ensure that you do save as a small business so that you do have a pot of money going forward. And we've got a huge amount of savings and investments products. Insurance is also such a critical thing. I think risk is something that sometimes we don't think about when we're going into a small business. We think we'll worry about the insurance later. However, if you're sitting in a situation where suddenly you have something devastating happen to your business and you're suddenly stuck on the back foot if you don't have insurance. So the small business insurance is also a very important product. So we've also got our a variety of lending products and transactional products. Another thing to just quickly touch on within that is merchant devices. I think that when you're a small business and you want to start transacting and accepting cash from people and those sorts of things, it's really important that you have the ability to do so. We've got a fantastic product called SnapScan. It's been marketed quite extensively, and it is a really great tool for small businesses that don't necessarily want to carry the fees of monthly service fees that are involved with a larger device, etc. And it's a quick, easy setup fee that enables people to transact completely digitally without carrying cards.
Now let's quickly go back to Think Big. What are some of the challenges that your teams are experiencing?
Oh, it has been such an amazing journey because we've learned, or because we've dealt with 12 different businesses from a variety of different sectors, from farming to retail to restaurants, right through to manufacturing. We've got such a different spread of businesses, and the challenges that they all deal with are so different and unique to each of their industries. However, there's certain similarities. So if we look back at what you spoke about earlier with regards to loneliness, that's the one key thing that they said. Networking is such an important thing for a small business. The ability to connect with other people who are actually experiencing a similar challenge, or to also get a level of mentorship and learning from other businesses. So that's been something that's been very interesting going forward, and it's been a constant thematic that comes up.